Hello there, everyone. This is Bic Benedict. We're on mission 4, and I do know the chapter of this mission, or the chapter title for it. It's called the Infernal. The guy was trying to say Inferno. It's this Mexican guy. So, what do I have here? I'm using the Scar H's grenade launcher feature, I believe, here. And it just stuck out with me, the Inferno, or whatever he was calling it, because I just did a 52 video series for Dante's Inferno, and I can't believe that the turnaround time for that guide. I must have been just a marvel of efficiency, or I guess I was just having a lot of fun and enjoying seeing 51 of those 52 videos being able to be monetized and give me some, a little money for my efforts. It's not going to get me rich. And I'm not rich. I'm not trying to be rich. I'm just saying that it's nice to have a monetary incentive when you're doing these. So this guy's been successful in that regard, but you guys don't need to know about the monetization. You need to know about how to do this section. So what I'm doing right here is I'm tossing the grenades, and ooh, I got wounded right there. So I'm gonna basically you just move the sights over the medic, but you have to be in the recon mode, I believe. So make sure you've pressed the L2 button, and then just hover over, each teammate until you get to the guy. And that could be streamlined a little bit, but it's kind of realistic. I like it. I mean, I don't like it, but it's something different that it's a little inconvenient, but yes, you wouldn't even have to worry about that problem on Ghost Recon mode. That's another reason I didn't do that other difficulty, which I don't think is harder. It's just one of those novelty settings, like I said. I would probably have done that if I knew what Ghost Recon, the original on the Xbox, which I don't know if it's backwards compatible. It might be. But anyway, this game's got really good scores and a lot of good things people are saying about this game. Okay, so we took those guys out. We're going to get a turret. The mule is going to come over here, and you get a checkpoint, and you're going to get the means to take out... Oh no, we have another skirmisher. I'm sorry. Sometimes, like, you see those circular, pipes up there, those concrete things up there. I might have gone up there, but some things in this game, they're not cover. Like the way... like everything is in Max Payne, or everything is in Uncharted and Gears of War, just because those people, those games were, I don't know, they're about the same age for Uncharted 1, I would say, about this game. They probably came out relatively, but some things I don't want to try to press up against the cover and it not be something that they made as cover and get killed. So here's the checkpoint area over here. And I also saw myself a moment ago giving a kill order, and I'll show you guys how to do that when the time comes. But basically, you just press up when you have... I think you have to have... I don't know what it is, but we'll acquire it. It's some kind of... like, it might be the mule. I don't know what is doing it. Maybe the support team did it. I don't know. I'll have to find out. But I was coming into the situation blind over here, so I was going to go behind cover and just look at the situation because I knew the tank was probably over there. So then I saw the stairs up here, and I just put two and two together that this was probably the best area to be, and it is. I mean, I can't confirm because I never went into other areas, but just take these guys out here, take the tank out. And it says to keep a steady aim after you've shot. So I didn't do that, and it still worked out fine. That's the guy right there that says the Infernal. Whatever. I don't know how to reproduce that sound. Since I'm not Mexican, but I like Mexicans. They're probably one of the most honest people out there and hardest working people. Really nice people. I actually had a friend die who was Mexican this summer. It's been a tough summer, but it's okay. Okay, so you get a checkpoint up here, and we have a couple of enemy locations to find and neutralize. You'll probably want to swap your shoulder to this side, because I'm going to be going up here to, you see where the purple writing is? I don't know if that's a, it looks kind of like, it looks a little scandalous, like maybe a strip club or something, but yeah, it's probably a strip club. Okay, so hold R2 to switch on your support camera for a better point of view. Had real bad lag right there. Sometimes also it's not the best idea. Okay, there I'm ordering kill shots. Maybe it's just for the first time in the game, and they're now allowing us to do it every time by pressing up. So it's similar to Gears of War or the other games that have you mark targets. So you can only mark one target at a time, and it's really helpful if you're low on HP and you're almost going to die. So right now, I mean, look how slowly you move back. That's one of my problems. But I guess Max Payne 3, he moved around pretty stolidly, and he had a hard time, and he wasn't diving, but he had the shoot dodge move, didn't he, though? I actually downloaded Max Payne 1 last night. I didn't want to, but then I actually clicked it, before I decided I wanted it, and no refunds, obviously. So these PS2 games, they just don't hold up for me anymore. I'm too used to playing new things, but still, like God of War 1 and 2, those games hold up like they're so good looking. I mean, but I just really didn't give it a chance. Max Payne, that is. Okay, so there's another target down the way. And I'm just swapping shoulders, trying to get the best hit. Try not to hit that guy. I don't think you can damage your teammates. I have heard them say things like, hey, I'm on your side, when I've accidentally shot through them, but pretty sure you can't kill them. So here I'm just surveying the environment. We've got an enemy encampment up ahead. But that doesn't mean you're going to be assaulted, not necessarily anyway. So I'm still in assault mode over here. I just not comfortable. I know there's probably some guys coming up to the left. So I'm going to turn around. And you see the sign right there. Is the sign cover? Yeah, the sign's cover. But even then, I barely was risking going into cover like that. But okay, so we have an enemy assortment down the way, and I'm targeting. See, I think I get hit over here, and I'm almost going to get killed. But we have a assortment of enemies down there, and I'm using grenades. Getting some lag here. And I think over here I took some pretty heavy hits. And my teammates are ordered to shoot. But the thing is, I think I've placed them nowhere where they can even do any good. So it's my fault. And I don't want to place them up by that car up there, because if you don't play it smart and you do those kinds of things, they'll get shot up, and then you'll have to, heal your own teammates, and it'll just be a big mess. It'll be like every section of Spec Ops: The Line, basically, where your teammates are constantly falling down in combat, and you have to babysit them the whole game. But even so, I like that game. I just think that it really needed to be cleaned up. Because if they're going to be falling down in cover, they should crawl to the nearest piece of cover. That would really solve the problem. But you notice I've taken out the gun that I took out the tank with, and I'm not even hitting these guys. So that's a little disheartening. Okay. So that section should be cleared up.
Yeah, Scott, way to get it done. Now let's clean up this last rebel position.
And we have a checkpoint. Rebel checkpoints destroyed. Okay, so we have 1 of 2 destroyed. We need to kill another. But what I think is going to occur over here is we're going to get... we've got a checkpoint, but there might be another... Yeah, there's another enemy assortment up ahead. Okay, so I have no health left. I need to, have my teammates regroup. I'm going to place them right there. And this is a safe location because the enemies aren't going to charge us. I'm going to hold the R2 button down for fun to see how they're doing. Maybe see myself through their eyes. But this game does a lot right. Also, I think it runs at 30 frames a second. I was trying to find out, but dude healed me, so I'm fine now. And this is a kind of an awkward situation here. I thought that guy was behind the building, but he's actually behind a partition that's in front of the building. So you really got to watch out, especially if you're not in cover, since this is a cover-based shooter. I mean, you've got to be on that guy the second he steps out of cover and put that guy down if you're not in cover. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my teammates. I'm going to have them, regroup up here so that they can do some of the work up here, because this is it's a commanding third-person cover-based shooter. It's not just that; it's you're commanding because you're the captain. This is your squad. So I'm having the poor medic do all the work, and I think that's all cleared up. But the level's not over. I think it's only halfway over. But what's going to happen is you're going to get a chance to switch your guns and get new teammates if you want to. But I don't see the reasoning behind that. I guess if they're giving you the option of switching your guns, they also, maybe if you don't want the medic on board, you want something else. Because if you were playing on Ghost Recon mode, there would be no reason to even have the medic. Maybe they don't even have the option for that. That would make the most sense. So go up to the helicopter, and you're going to get your options up here and your loadout. Okay, this checkpoint that you're given right here is the last one for the chapter, and you have to do quite a few things. 2 main battles, I would say. So have your guys get regrouped up here, and you could either stand by the low wall to the left. I'm going to put the guys right there. See that? Or you can stand over here. This area is safer to stand right here. But it's not as easy to shoot the guys, especially because they destroyed the bridge, but there are still some foes normally on the bridge. I guess they ran off the bridge when I guess some of it's still remaining there, but if you're over to the left and you're hiding behind the left wall, you have protection, but it's just hard to see the enemies because there's a chain link fence right in front of you. So I would not risk standing in front of that car. If you want to put your guys up there, you can. I think that's what I end up doing, because I see that to the left there's no enemies that are flanking that area. And it looks like we cleared up most of these guys. And I did die once over here once the tanks came. But if you just stay back and wait till you can get airstrike, give the airstrike orders, you'll be okay. The problem that I died over here was that I was far too close to where the tanks come. So if you can just keep some distance and stay back here, you should be okay, because the tanks, they pretty much stay in the middle of the courtyard up there. They don't move.
More of them. Let's move.
So just keep your boys in attack mode up here. And this was a bad spot for me, so I did some, I don't know if it was risky, but just lying prostrate on the ground and shooting. It's pretty safe. It seemed safe, and It doesn't get me killed too often when I do this. I know I haven't done it too much in the guide, but I sometimes I test levels out, and this works really well because you're on the floor and they're trying to shoot for where your body is. So it's not, you know, anything that's going to give you complete freedom, but it's pretty safe.
Target down and staying down. Good shot, Captain.
So what's going to happen up here is, at some point, I don't know about the spawners. I know you don't have to kill the spawner. There we go. At some point, the tank's just going to appear, and you're going to get the intercom with Robert Stack, and he's going to tell you that, you know, he doesn't really want to give out the airstrike option to this situation because we're not even supposed to be here. You know, we're ghosts, so he's reluctant to do it, but he sees that we're in so much peril that he authorizes it. So pretty soon the Black Hawk will shoot for us. It's a little awkward though because you have to move the right analog stick over the target, but then you've got to press up, so it's... Where's my controller? It's just, I found it a little awkward, that's all. Yeah, I guess it... I don't know, if it just felt awkward to me to have to press up when I'm trying to move the cursor, or the reticle... I don't know how to say that word, it's a weird word. But we have to wait here until far support is available. And it's a 10-second countdown, I believe.
Fire mission complete, Captain.
Okay, so it looks like I was speaking over that. But you do need to clear up any stragglers over here. And you will need to take out one more tank. And the airstrike option, you'll see it in the upper left. It's in the green rectangle right by the narrow square that is your teammates. So they've kind of narrowed that and just kind of squished it together. But here's the tank right down there, if you can see it. Got a lot of lag right there. So we got that is a save point. So if you did, for some reason, rush down the stairs and get killed by stragglers, you'd probably be okay over here. Sometimes in this game, also they'll say that your teammates, you'll hear dialogue like the place is all clear or something, but you'll see 2 or 3 enemies like right in front of you. So it's just one of those issues that. Don't take it for granted. Don't take any situation for granted. Always make sure you verify by yourself that there's enemies left or not left. Don't just assume there's not because the game says there's not.